Alright guys, first rounds to the new CZ P10s. This is the optics ready version, however, I don't have the optic. Oh, and per CZ, these aren't out yet. Super comfy, man. Like, especially being a subcompact, I'm not a fan of like double stack subcompacts. Solid. YouTube, what's going on? Just got back from an awesome range event. Went out there with Talon and Dan from Verdicts. You guys will see them in the video in a second. We all got to shoot a bunch of cool stuff. However, we had a little bit of time, so we busted out the new P10s from CZ, the optics ready version. Don't have the optics yet, we'll get into that. But we ended up being able to put 100 rounds through it and kind of get everybody's initial thoughts and kind of like a little quick 5-minute overview. So here we go. Alright, so you guys already know that I'm a big fan of the CZ P10 lineup. They finally entered the market with the P10S, meaning subcompact. It's a small frame, double stacked polymer striker fire handgun. I purchased the optics ready version. They don't have an initial release for the plates yet. They said first quarter. They don't know when in first quarter, but these plates are required in order to mount your optics. For my subcompact, the P10S, I plan on mounting the Shield sight, the RMSC, the new one they have out. Talked to the guys over there at Shield during the SHOT Show, and I really like what they had to offer, and I think that's gonna be the best option for concealed carry, because I'm probably gonna make this one of my regular EDC guns. When you pick up the P10S, you're looking at a price point about 570 bucks. Comes with two 12-round magazines, 12+1s. I'm currently using a CZ P07 extended mag from CZ Custom. That gives me an extra 4 rounds, so I have 16+1. And then on my other magazine, I'm using a +2, so I get 14+1. I feel like running it like in a wingman type setup, that'll be the best option for me, because with 16 and 14, I got 30 rounds +1 on the gun. So I think 31 rounds with an optic in a subcompact size handgun is definitely gonna be perfect and ideal for me to use for a concealed carry. P10S comes in with a barrel length of 3.5 inches, overall weight 24.4 ounces. Honestly, it just feels solid in the hand. You get 3 adjustable back straps, comes with the small one installed already. I opted out and switched for the medium one. After playing with all 3, I figured I'd go with the happy medium. Look who's here. Hey Talon, why don't you tell them what you thought about the P10S?
It was pretty dope. The trigger is really nice and the night sights are great. Short, compact, it was good.
And back to the couch he goes. When you purchase the new P10S, if you purchase the optics ready version, it will come with their night sights. And it's actually only a front tritium sight with an orange fluorescent paint around it and blacked out rears. My initial thoughts on the gun, overall, super stoked on it. The trigger's super crisp. Like I said, I've been a fan of the P10C since 2 years ago when it came out. I bought the first one here in Vegas. I'm so happy they came out with the subcompact lineup. I've never been a fan of the Glock 26, but the way they cut the angle on the back 10 of the grip, it fits in the palm swell while still making it the subcompact size. So I think they did a really good job on the design. A couple things I do want to bring up regarding the P10S, however, the P10C mags from the first generations do not work in the P10S. You'll notice here I'm showing you the magazines in comparison. The one to the left is a P10C mag where it only has 1 notch. The new mags for the P10F and the P10S, they both have 2 notches, which obviously that top notch is probably the one that's grabbing onto the new mag release. So just be cognizant of that. If you try to use a P10C mag from your first gen P10C and the new P10 models, they will not work. They don't lock in place. Some people may gripe about the price. Price point of $577. I think it's fair. You're looking at a Glock 26 is ranging in the $500 to $550 range. However, you're getting plastic sights. You're not getting the same trigger, you know, and to me, just the Glock 26, it's too small of a gun for me to get the type of grip that I want. With the stock mag that comes in the P10S, I can get a grip just fine. However, I opted out to put the +2 and the +4 on it for just more capacity, and it does help out with the grip a lot. Here's some footage of all of us shooting at the range. Like I said, I had Dan and Talon. The event was put on by Tracy. It's Tracy Leaf, but she goes by Tracy Guns on Instagram. I'm sure you guys all know her. She was kind enough to invite us out to a private event, so we were able to get back there and just let everybody put rounds to this gun. The first initial 100 rounds, not one single malfunction. The gun performed flawlessly. Some talk about the slide locking back to the rear after your last round's fired. Talon and I both run a pretty high grip, so it tends to our palms tend to ride on the slide stop, causing it not to lock back. And there's arguments about changing your grip to make it lock back, but I always like to play devil's advocate, and the argument that I'll go with in regards to this issue, for me, the likelihood of me getting to a slide lock reload in a gunfight isn't likely. So I don't want to change the grip that I've used for several years just to ensure that my slide's gonna lock back on an empty gun. I've trained enough that I know if my gun goes click when it should have went bang, I'll perform an immediate action drill and get that thing back up and running. So I think either way is fine. If you want to adjust something in your training because you feel it's more efficient, do it. If it works for you, I'm all about that. So definitely not going to tell you should always or you should never. Do what works for you. We're all different, and there's things that work for you guys way better than it does for me, and vice versa. So overall, guys, I'm super stoked on this purchase. The P-10S is definitely something I've been waiting for. It lived up to the hype in the first 100 rounds. I'll be putting many more rounds to this gun, hopefully soon with a shield sight RMSC. I might run an RMR on it, I'm not sure. I'm just waiting on those optics plates to come through. If you are watching this and you have any family living in the Czech Republic, I will send them money to mail me the plates. I'd appreciate that because they are the same exact plates. I might be having somebody mill them out for me custom, a friend of mine that does machining. But overall, love the gun. It was freaking awesome, 10 out of 10.
I gave it a 10! A 10! A fucking 10! Gentlemen.
Definitely pick it up if you can find one. Ventura Munitions had 4 here Thursday. I bought one of them, and I had a bunch of you guys DMing me talking about how you're gonna pick one up, so they might be out of stock already. At the time of this video being uploaded, they're probably gonna be out of stock, so if you happen to find one on the internet or somewhere, swoop it up. I definitely recommend it. Can't say enough good things about it. Everybody liked it, and looking forward to running it. As always, guys, thanks for checking out the video. I appreciate any of the comments, feedback. If you have questions, leave them down below, and I'll see you in the next video.
That's shivering fucking rounds.
You gotta take the safety down, buddy.
Oh, sure.
We got a first timer.
Got a first timer.
Oh, never mind. You can look.
She's just testing the
Got a first timer.
We got a first timer over here.
Sorry, it's my first time recording a YouTube video.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to do that.
YouTube, what's going on? Just you. That's going in on the blooper part. What's going on? Just got back. Oh my god.
You like the small ones, eh?
Heyo.